Hello. So someone wanted a tutorial or I don't know, something on how to embroider. To be honest, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Um, this is just kind of how I've done it. I don't know. I don't know special techniques. I don't know 98% of the different stitching styles. I don't know. I just try to I don't know. um, but so um, I will show you how I do things. This is the latest one that I've been working on. Um, so let me see. Find a color that I'm not using very much that you will be able to see in the video. Okay. So I get my thread. I never really know how much I'm going to need. I mean, sometimes you can estimate, other times you really have no idea. Right now, I'm kind of just embroidering to embroider, so I'm just grabbing random amounts of thread and making my way through. So one thing you can do, depending on how thick you want your lines to be or how thick you want the embroidery to be, you can break through the thread. Can you see that there's like lots of different threads within this strand? So if you want it to be a really thin embroidery or line, you can really just decide how you can choose how thick you want it to be depending on how many little individual threads you use. I'm just doing a really thick embroidery, so I've been just using the entire thread bunch thing. So, I'm not really sure you can see how big the eye of my needle is, but it's not too big, and it's also not teeny tiny small. I don't know. I just got it in the embroidery section of Joann Fabrics. That's where I get everything, because it's right down in my neighborhood. So, I threaded the needle with the thread, and then at the end, what I do is tie a knot. I did not want to do that. This is my first tutorial, I think. Oh shit. So sometimes I end up doing that. Can you see it where there's two knots, like, not next to each other? So then I end up just making knots over and over and over again until it's one massive knot and the two that are far apart meet. Because I'm talented that way. Okay. And I mean, depending on how much, or the thickness of your thread and the I don't know what word to use, but the thickness of your fabric, it depends on how many knots you have to do or how big of a knot you have to do. I'm just using, whenever I get fabric at the store, I just find whatever cheap white fabric is available, and I just get a yard or two, and then just like make my way and cut it as I'm going along. As I said, I'm not a professional. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. So there's the needle, and I knotted it at the end. You can see that better there. So I guess I'll just show you what I do. So first of all, this is what the back of my embroidery looks like. It is an ugly mess, and I'm pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to look, but I don't give a shit, so whatever. So I have the needle and my hoop and my fabric. I'm going to push it through wherever I want it to go. That's not where I want it to go. So I'm pushing it through there, and I'm pulling. Ignore this little bit of thread. I'm planning on using that later. I just didn't think that white thread would be very helpful for you to see. So I pulled it through, and that's what it looks like. And then, yeah, this is where you can really tell that I have no fucking idea what I'm doing, because I just pick, I don't know, a length that I think is acceptable away from the original source of the thread, and I poke it through, and then I pull through, and then ta-da, it's a line. And then I guess if you want to make a straight line, or at least what I do when I want to make a straight line, is I find that it's really hard to do when you're looking from the back. Okay, I think that's okay. No, that's where I first put it in. Damn it. Okay. So there's that. Poke it up again, and then you pull it through again. And then what I do is put it back in the hole of the entry or exit or whatever of one of them. And then, so yeah, you do that, and I mean, you can really do whatever the fuck you want. You can go all over the place, or stay doing lines, or whatever. Actually, you know, to start off embroidering, I probably would recommend doing something kind of like this, where you're just like doing it over and over and over again, and letting yourself make mistakes and letting yourself be fucking messy as shit. Because, I don't know, just seems easier that way. This is really not the best tutorial video ever, but yeah, it's just something you go in and out, and I mean, I still struggle with making knots in my thread and then having to cut it, or not, you know, make a knot at the end and then cut it and then get more thread, or you have no idea what I'm saying, and that's okay because I'm rambling like a mad woman, but yeah, that's, yeah, okay. Sorry that wasn't very helpful.